Hello, my lovelies. Good morning. I'm sorry I'm a little late doing this video. I wanted to upload it last night, but I didn't have internet. For some reason, we have a very bad storm. We have the monsoon season here in Tucson. So I'm doing it this morning, and I wake up a little late, but here I am. Okay, I want to show you the things that I use for what I work with was with, I will show you, I use the most this um, detail scissors to cut. I use the Steampunk Debutante. The small one. And some of the 12 by 12 that I have loose, this is what I have left of the 12 by 12. This is what I have, some of the papers that I use is this. I use this page. This page, I use the big frame, and then I have used the butterfly, and I use this later, but in a bigger size. So I use Steampunk. And that one, and I use this other one, new one, Imagine. I use the face of this lady. So this is the 2-pack of paper I used. I use my Irresistible Pickle Embellisher. I use stickles. I use the blue, the turquoise, and the eucalyptus. And I used one more, the diamond, that I'm running out of it. I'm running out of this 3. I use some antique linen. I use some pumice and some black tooth distressed stain. I'm trying to use my stain. I use some of these. I just gonna leave there. I use some bling that I have here. I use some of those bling. I use this other blinks, but in black. I use some flowers. And I use a die cut, a big Sissic die cut that I didn't bring it. It's there because it's black. It doesn't have the paper top, so you won't be able to see it, but I will show you what I did with it. So this is some of the things that I used, and I will show you what I did for this 3rd week. I want to thank you, everybody, Poetspice, for doing this collab. She's the one hosting it. Go and check all the wonderful ladies. They're all under my name. All the Steampunk Chicks are there. They have wonderful projects. Please go follow them. Subscribe, like if you're not. Give to show them some love. Like I say, if you comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, I'm going to pick a winner, and I am going to give them a random gift bag with steampunk stuff. And like you say, you never know. I did my last drawing, and I already, I had a winner. So these are the stuff. I'm going to remove all this. So go ahead and check the other ladies. Thank you, Jamie, she's Poetspice, for giving me the opportunity. This has been really fun. Oh, and I use this Prima. It's my distresser. I don't use the Tim Holtz because, I have bad meat hands, and this gives me better grip. But I still have. So I am going to move everything from here to show you what I did. Like I told you, I'm trying to work in my layout. So this is my steampunk layout that I did with this. First of all, here in the top is where I use that die. It's a big die, and this is chipboard. So I cut this with chipboard, and it's this kind of chipboard. I had a big piece, and I used a smaller piece, but in bigger size. But it's that same chipboard that I used. And I also I used the Steampunk Debutante. I fussy cut all this. Oh, I fussy cut the girl. I fussy cut the butterflies. This clock. I cut this. I used some paper. The hands of the clock is a little die that I have from Tim Holtz that I cut them, and I cut them in specialty paper. This is like a specialty paper that it was silver, and I put a little, use some of the bling to put with the color. This is the frame of that paper, but in 12 by 12 that I cut it. I use cardstock. And this cardstock is from Doodlebug. It's a turquoise kind of. I wanted to give them kind of a bluish. And I used that as a base. Then I put the frame. Then I put this where I cut this. I use my stain, my distress stains to stain this and this. And this is for some reason is not stained there. Okay, now it is. This layout has a couple layers, like you can see here. It has this layer here, and before I distress with this, I just wet this a little bit, or just a tiny piece of the paper, and I did have one layer and two layers here. Here it has the lady with the clock, and then here I put a little other lady. I used some of my markers to color her lips and her eyes to pop up. I didn't have small wrenches and wheels and things to put here. I ordered some, but I'm waiting because I have this where I have some pieces, but they were, like you see, I needed a bunch of these little ones. I don't know if you can even see them, but I only have one left, and I wanted to put them in here different, I ordered some more, so I'm waiting for that. So I cut the lady, and then I used the blue, the different kinds of blue. I think, and I mixed these two colors because this blue was too bright and then this was too pale. So I mixed here to give them some, bling to get the lady. I use glossy accent. I color her face a little bit with my Copic markers. I cut her lips. I put a little bit of blush. Here you can see the blue. I added the blue to kind of comes with the butterflies. I cut some of the small butterflies in here. Here's the clock. Here is some of the butterfly. I put it three-dimensional. And here is the flowers. The flowers, I used some of the stain. Distress stain in turquoise, I think is called Broken China that I use. I have some flowers here. You can see that I layer. I had a doily, a half of a doily in gold, and I put it there. Here you can see the pearls that I use that I show you in white, but I had a little piece in black, and I thought it was good too. This lady have a hand, a mechanical hand with a clock here. And I used a little ribbon that I had that it has little scrolls and stuff that I want to put. This is my daughter on her wedding. So that's what I came up for this project. I used this sleeve. This sleeve was weird. I had it for a year, and this little piece of, I don't know what it is, this netting or something. And I put it there to kind of give them a touch of green. And this is my layout that I did for my steampunk layout. And then I start working, and I kind of want to go steampunk here, but I think I went a little more grungy. And this is, you know, from the Steam Debutante paper. I use some like a safety pin. I use a hinge. I cut this with leather. It's not real leather. And then I put 10 ways, and I put contagious, honest, sparkly, joyful. And I did this with my label machines. And then I did these letters. I have some stencils, so I stencil the letters in tiny chipboard, and I use a stamp that I have to have this, and I stamp the letter, and I use Chinese paper on the back. I put this guy flying, you know, he is flying in there, and it says smile. There you can see my daughter. I put an acetate here, and I also use the stapler to hold it in place. So my main one, oh, and I use chicken wire that I bought a long time ago. I use again of that tape. This is plastic canvas that I have a piece of plastic canvas, and I put it in there. This is more grungy than steampunk. It's kind of there, but this is my main one. So this is my project for today. I hope you get inspired, and don't be afraid to put things here and there. I like to add and add and add, and I don't know when to stop. I hope you like it and that you find it fun. This is my first one, and this is my second one. It's not a steampunk, doesn't have too much steampunk element, but I was already in the mood, so I decided to make these two. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Jamie, for letting me be part. It's amazing. We're already on week 3. Time is flying. We might extended this, and also if you want to do a verbal, a video respawn, you know, doing some steampunk project, you can go ahead and do that and post it on Poetspice channel, so she can follow you and we can all watch it. And we are more happy to inspire you with steampunk. I love steampunk, and I use all my steampunk debutante. This is a very old collection that I hoarded and hoarded and hoarded, but I was happy to use it with this collab. I wish you have a wonderful rest of the day, a wonderful week. Like I say, happy crafting, and adios.